Hello everyone and welcome to this special conversation. Filmmaker Payal Kapadia's critically acclaimed movie continues to garner recognition in award circles. Kapadia's All We Imagine as Light received the Best International Film Award by the New York Film Critics Circle. The Directors Guild of America has also nominated Ms. Kapadia in the First Time Director category for the upcoming 2025 awards. In fact, All We Imagine as Light is one of the most globally celebrated films of 2024 and the winner of the Cannes Grand Prix. Her list of awards is long and so are the nominations she has managed so far. So what makes her and her film so special? Well, let's hear from the filmmaker herself, who's joining me live from New York City. Payal Kapadia, thank you for your time here on NDTV. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Your directorial debut, Ms. Kapadia, is winning you a long list of recognition. It's almost an award a day. Just few hours ago, you won the gold list in the Best Original Screenplay category, and right now I've been told there is another award. So it's almost like isn't it magical?
It absolutely is. I'm really grateful for everything this film has received. It's more than we'd ever imagined.
But I want to start by also asking you, is Jodie Foster watching your movie the biggest high point or the awards from all the awards that you have received? Because I was listening to your acceptance speech and you spoke about it.
Well, it was one would never have expected that she would have watched the movie. I mean, growing up, I saw so many of her films and, she's such an icon. So it was really special that she had seen it, and she mentioned that she saw it twice. So I was really thrilled.
Okay, so let's talk about your film now. This All We Imagine as Light has been on a winning streak at international platforms since its scripted history by becoming the first film from India to win the Grand Prix trophy at the Cannes Film Festival last year. Would you say that was the most special moment because that was the point from where it all began?
Yes, that was a very important moment for us with the movie because, Cannes is a festival that a lot of different festivals look at. So immediately it puts you on the map. So that was for us something that was really incredible. And to win a prize there, it was already very cool to be selected. And then we won a prize. So it just felt like a good start to this film.
And in the last 24 hours, how many awards have you won?
We haven't won, we are nominated. So we have to still, wait and see where those nominations lead us.
And this movie is a story of three women. Divya Prabha, Chaya Kadam, Kani Kusruti. Their stories, yes, their stories as they explored love, longing and loneliness in the bustling city of Mumbai. It's a Malayalam Hindi movie which critiques what is being seen as an influence of patriarchy on women's lives in Mumbai. How did you navigate the complexities of representing these societal structures and what do you think has been the impact of this movie, particularly with regards to perception of gender dynamics?
I think that, you make a movie about things that affect you. And as a woman living in Mumbai, these were some of the things that I was impacted by. So, and also many of my friends. So I felt that it was just the themes that were close to me. I feel that a lot of these themes are also quite universal. Like it is not specific to India. These issues are there all over the world. And maybe that's why women from different parts of the world are also connecting to it. And perhaps it's just a story that's based in India, but has themes that people can connect to from anywhere.
So, did you expect this kind of reaction from the audiences? Love in particular?
Actually, I have to say it was quite surprising. This is a movie that I've been working on for many years. Like the first germ of the idea was something that was 8 years ago. And then, when you're making the movie, you're just concerned that you will be able to make it because it's difficult to make independent movies, trying to raise the funding, etc. So it's like, long distance running. You look at your feet and continue. So you don't really think about like what will be the end. You just want to make it, the movie. So everything we are getting, it's like, so many people worked on this film. Like, for so many people, it was the first movie they'd ever worked on, first feature film. So it was, I think, special for so many of us. And we're just really happy that people everywhere are taking to it, and, it's getting this amazing response. It's really much more than, we had thought would be.
And how did your personal narrative shape the development of the film's characters and themes? Because you have drawn inspiration from your own grandmother's experiences.
Yeah, I was just thinking a lot about, how women look at themselves and their feelings of desire and their own bodies, and we think about ourselves in the world around us. So it was the conflict that I have within myself of the different values as a woman that I'm expected to have and as I have for myself. So that's was one of the main themes of the movie, and it's about the characters who are all three different generations and how they think about themselves in the world. I've benefited a lot from friendships from women of all ages personally. So that's also something I wanted to talk in the movie about, this kind of friendship, which I feel can be really a source of strength.
So this intergenerational friendship that this movie depicts among women, how crucial or critical do you think it is?
I think it's really important. Like, especially as I grow older, I feel that my friends have become like, my chosen family. And I think that's true of many of us, especially who leave home and live in a different city. Our friends become such a strong kind of support system. And I feel very inspired by so many women, who interact with me, or also who I read about, or whose lives I get a glimpse into. So I feel that there's a lot to learn as one grows, and friendship helps with that learning.
And is that something that is connecting also with the international audience? Because friendship, the idea of friendship is universal.
I think so. Absolutely, it is.
So, Payal, the film's visual style, if we were to talk about it, particularly its use of light and color, has been described as evocative of Mumbai's monsoon season. Did you see the city little differently from the rest? Or were you attempting to see the city differently?
I think that a lot of the images that we created in the movie are what you see as a Mumbaiker all the time. Especially in the monsoon season when it's that grey, murky weather, and the whole city gets covered with blue tarpaulin. And we took a lot from these things that we saw around us, and put that into the movie rather than, project what we wanted onto the city. So while writing the script, I was already working with my cinematographer and production designers, and we would take walks in the city and observe like what is the train looking like in this particular light in the monsoons, and what are the predominant colors. So it was really from looking at what is around that we put it into the movie.
The fact is that right now the Academy voting window is on. Will you be highlighting that or talking about it to the viewers, particularly in India? Any request? Any appeal?
Well, actually, the window is open at the moment, and our distributor here in the US, they are really kind of doing their best to let as many people watch the movie as possible. And that's how the Academy system works. It's really about how many people who are part of the Academy get to watch the movie. And they're doing such a great job with holding so many screenings. I guess that's how Jodie Foster got to see it. Yeah, so it's just that I hope that more people watch our movie and support it, because here we're getting a lot of support as well.
So, Payal, is there anyone in particular that you would want to watch your movie?
I want as many women as they can to watch it, which is why I'm very excited about our Hotstar release. We've also put Hindi subs on it so that, so many people, it can reach out to everyone. Even people who maybe don't speak Malayalam can also watch the movie. And that's my biggest takeaway from this whole experience has been that all the awards, what it truly helps for is that the movie gets people hear about it, and audiences in India go to watch it or watch it on Hotstar. It ran for quite a long time in the cinema, but I really hope that more women from all parts of our country get to watch it.
And the past few years have seen a surge in critical successes by women filmmakers in India. What do you think is driving this trend?
I think it's about time, no?
Absolutely, I agree on that. But yes, what do you think, women are becoming trendsetters?
I think that, we have very interesting stories to tell. It's just now that we have been given, the opportunities have been arising more and more. And everybody's trying their way to, whether it's the documentary, people make documentary films, people doing the web series, doing all the different kinds of cinema that is possible. I feel the avenues have also opened up, and that diversity has allowed for diversity with the people making movies also. I feel there's still a long way to go, but it's the steps are in the right direction.
And how do you think women filmmakers are changing or contributing to the narrative landscape of Indian cinema?
See, basically, it is that whoever is telling the story, it is from their experiences. So, if more women are telling stories, it is from more of their lived experiences, which wasn't happening so much before. So now, obviously, the narratives are stories that all of us connect to as women, because we are now the voices of those films. So it's that's what I guess representation brings, that you get that diversity because of the person making it. And that's very important, because then you get such a range of cinema.
Yes, you said it rightly. It's about the lens which is actually viewing it and also conceptualizing it. So, Payal, your films challenge traditional norms and stereotypes. What drives this passion for storytelling?
I just think that the passion comes from a kind of a response. My filmmaking, at least, is from the questions that I have about the world that I inhabit. And I hope that in the movie, and but the people who watch it are also somehow find that those questions are concerning them.
And this film, All We Imagine Is Light, features a strong female lead and explores themes of identity and community. Would you like to discuss the importance of representation in filmmaking?
Representation in which way?
In terms of identity, bringing out various aspects of women, caste, religion, and also, yes.
We do have very intersectional identities everywhere in the world and in India also. So I just feel that if there are more filmmakers who come from different identities, then automatically that representation increases. So I feel that I am very small part of that, and there are so many other filmmakers who are doing such a lot of work.
But I would say that you have started the change, so there will be several more who would be following it. The Indian film industry, do you think, is right now supporting and promoting diversity and inclusion, both in front of and behind the camera?
I think still it's a long way to go, especially behind the camera, whether it comes to different parts of the crew, like cinematography, sound recording, all these aspects. I feel that there needs to be more representation, definitely. And even I think with directing, little is changing more, even with writing. But I feel like all the other parts, there's still a long way to go.
And do you think women filmmakers like you can play that crucial role in promoting social change and challenging societal norms?
No, I feel everybody should be doing it really, because as filmmakers, we are artists and we should really think about these matters, not in something that is outside of us, but to generally, think about our practice as a whole. And it's everybody's responsibility, I feel.
And you have said that when you first came to the US in September 2024, you did not know what to expect and was a bit terrified at what the film industry here, I mean, in the US would be. That's where you are joining us from.
Yeah.
You were pleasantly surprised with all the welcoming or openness that they have received you with?
Yeah, actually, I was really pleasantly surprised because a lot of the movies that have been nominated along with us are quite independent movies. So I really felt like there was a kind of friendship amongst all the directors, and there was a nice sort of feeling in the overall industry, which I have to say, because you see it on TV and you don't know what to expect. I have been watching awards also since like many years, so it feels very daunting. And I have to say, I was very nervous when I, was interacting with the people of the Hollywood industry. But most people were very nice and very kind, I think. And that was really good to see.
And do you think that has also changed the way they have been looking at Indian cinema in general? And that is the reason why an Indian woman on the global stage, who's being seen as this trailblazer, such as you, is getting that kind of acceptability.
I think that it has been happening over the years, step by step, with different Indian movies getting international releases. And that has sort of changed people's views. Like, we also know that the success of RRR already was kind of had the Indian film industry in people's minds here. So the change has been going on for some time, and I'm also part of that.
Okay, and what about, would you say that there were women before you who showed the path and then you followed, and you've also now set that path easier for the women who will follow you?
I really hope that the path for women in the future will be a little bit easier. Of course, one can only hope that is the case. But we've had filmmakers like Meera Nair before, who has been so she's also come and seen our movie and was really encouraging. And that's the best we can do. We can all be there for each other and encourage everybody who's trying their best to make movies.
Any collaboration or partnership that you have been approached for recently after the success of this one, and you would want to share?
Actually, no. No, not nothing that comes to mind, actually.
Are you looking at moving away at some stage from documentaries to commercial cinema, or looking at commercial hits?
Well, I would love to make movies that are seen by more and more people. So that is always my desire. And so if that means that, it is more commercial, then so be it.
So, overall, because you have been now in and out of, United States, what was one reaction or one conversation that has left a mark on you?
Actually, I met a couple of women who had moved here as nurses very much long ago, and they came to watch the movie with their children who had grown up here. And there was really nice and moving responses, because a lot of them were single moms, and I really felt that the response was very, you know, they had connected with the movie. So I was very affected by that, because I think that it's important that it's a story that resonates with people who are also represented in the movie.
And what advice would you give to young women who are just starting out in the film industry, and what lessons have you learned along the way?
There is, with this work in making movies, I think, and it's true of people who are also become very established, because I've met a few and I sense that feeling. Maybe I'm wrong, but making movies is like a long it's like climbing a mountain, and you just have to like not be disappointed with because you see right now, you're seeing that we are receiving all these recognitions and awards, but when we were starting out with this movie, it wasn't the case. We were applying to so many different funds in different countries, and we got many rejection letters. Nobody posts rejection letters on Instagram, unfortunately. I wish people did, so we'd all know that we also got a lot of no's, and that's part of it. So I think that's part of filmmaking, which is always up and down. It's never going to be a smooth rise. So yeah, we have to always keep that in mind, that it's you have to keep at it, basically.
The entire country is watching you and watching your success. There's a lot of hopes pinned on the multiple nominations that you have won, hoping that it will be converted into awards as well. Any anecdotes you wish to share with us? Any part of the film that has stayed with you that you want to share with the viewers of NDTV?
Actually, it was working with the three actors, the Chaya Kadam, Kani, and Divya Prabha. That was, I think, for me, the greatest thing for this in this movie, because for me, it was my first movie. And for them, they are very experienced actors, but they were so generous and supportive of me. They gave me so much time. They were like collaborators, like they were improvising, and we worked on it together. It was we all stayed together for 3 weeks, and um, we were trying out all the scenes as if we were preparing for a theater production. And it's so rare to find people who are so generous, especially actors who are so busy. And I feel like it was really because of them that this film has come alive. Like they are amazing artists and incredible human beings, and I'm really happy that we're all friends now, and it's been a great experience for me getting to know them and working with them.
And wishing you more success, more laurels, and thank you for speaking to NDTV, Payal.
Thank you.
And when you are right up there on the ladder, what does the world look like? And the world of cinema looks like?
I just think that it's a place of so much opportunity, and what we have to be so proud of in our industry is that we have such a diverse industry. Like, so many different kinds of films are being made in so many languages, and from Assam to Tamil Nadu to the Maharashtrian film industry is thriving. And I think as a country, we need to feel like it's really amazing, the kind of work that happens.
Ms. Payal Kapadia, I appreciate your time here and wishing you all the best. Thank you so much. We hope to have more of you in the coming few days.
Thank you very much.
Perhaps after another celebration that you've had on the global stage. So thank you for putting India
Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. Thanks, Payal. Thank you for speaking to NDTV.
Thank you.